Computational English by Lucian Green. Radical difference 3 and 4. 21. I prepared to be democratic. I did this by awarding agreement and disagreement, rebutting to the objection the same mark. First, I wrote the sentence agreeing with the thesis statement. Second, I wrote the sentence disagreeing, e.g. agreeing with the thesis statement. Third, I gave these two sentences the same mark. In this way, I prepared to be democratic by awarding agreement and disagreement, rebutting to the objection the same mark. 22. I prepared to perform the negotiation. I did this by writing about disagreement as having the seen as version of rebutting to an objection, e.g. agreeing. First, I found the person. Second, I found her agreeing. Third, I agreed with her. In this way, I prepared to perform the negotiation by writing about disagreement as having the seen as version of rebutting to an objection, e.g. agreeing. 23. I prepared to pass the essay. I did this by exposing the idea of God in the first half of the essay. First, I found the word God in the primary text. Second, I agreed with the idea. Third, I wrote this in the first half of the essay. In this way, I prepared to pass the essay by exposing the idea of God in the first half of the essay. 24. I prepared to write a new essay argument. I did this by writing new connections in the essay. First, I wrote the first sentence in the second half and a connection between them. Second, I prepared to do this with the next two sentences after these. Third, I repeated this until I had finished the whole essay. In this way, I prepared to write a new essay argument by writing new connections in the essay. 25. I prepared to brazen out an argument for a particular developed thing. I did this by writing a brazening list. First, I wrote the algorithm description list. Second, I wrote the expanded algorithms. Third, I reduced each line of each algorithm to a brazening list. In this way, I prepared to brazen out an argument for a particular developed thing by writing a brazening list. 26. I prepared to disagree, e.g. agree with the joined and right rhizome. I did this by joining brazenings to ideas in the area of study to write the essay. First, I wrote the brazening. I programmed the story maker using the computer. Second, I wrote the idea the person followed the vascular-like halls in the building to reach the exit. Third, I wrote that I printed the pathways through the building's vasculature, like writing a story, on computer. In this way, I prepared to disagree, e.g. agree with the joined and right rhizome by joining brazenings to ideas in the area of study to write the essay. 27. I prepared to write how Chinese characters are interesting. I did this by devising an alternative idea about the Chinese character's radical. First, I wrote the character as unified ideograph, meaning good. Second, I wrote its first radical as unified ideograph, meaning woman. Third, I wrote an alternative meaning for as unified ideograph, nothingness. In this way, I prepared to write how Chinese characters are interesting by devising an alternative idea about the Chinese character's radical. 28. I prepared to protect people from being murdered, e.g. guided people on a positive path in life. I did this by simulating a friendly house by inviting many people around. First, I invited the ontology bearer, where ontologies contain arguments. Second, I invited the algorithm bearer, where algorithms process ontologies. Third, I invited the argument bearer, where arguments are responses to the area of study that have rhizomes as reasons. In this way, I prepared to protect people from being murdered, e.g. guided people on a positive path in life by simulating a friendly house by inviting many people around. 29. I prepared to write on the Bible. I did this by agreeing, not disagreeing, in theology. First, I found the instance of God, e.g. the Master. Second, I found his statement. Third, I agreed with it. In this way, I prepared to write on the Bible by agreeing, not disagreeing, in theology. 30. I prepared to help actors earn money. I did this by forming an acting agency. First, I found actors. Second, I found roles. Third, I applied actors for roles. In this way, I prepared to help actors earn money by forming an acting agency.